Back in the day, pickup trucks were just basically automotive cart horses. They had a large payload area. They could tow pretty much anything. Massive, big, reliable diesel engines. But how times have changed, because these cars are now far more refined, especially the car that I am driving this week. This is the Isuzu D-Max, and it's the V-Cross, which is one of the top of the range. We're going to get around it. We're going to see what we think of this car and give you our opinion. You're watching me, AJ, on the Player YouTube channel. If you've never seen what we do before, then feast your eyes for the next minute and a half on our little trailer. If you're a regular subscriber and you know what we do and you just want to cut to the review, you know what to do. Skip to the next bit. This is how a car should sound. Listen to this.
I didn't really push it either. I was just having a bit of fun.
Oh, really? Wheel springs?
Outside. Cool. So there you have it, guys. The Ferrari R, my birthday present. Here we go. We're going to meet the crew and hopefully get the thing. That's the real one.
I think it makes a good work.
Let's go.
Nice to start.
Nice to see you. Show us your big chopper, your helicopter. So here we are, the Morgan Roadster, where we're here for the Swiss Watch Show. And guys, guess what? It's another morning here out in sunny France. Pickup trucks are no longer the domain of farmers and builders like they used to be. These products now are far more refined, they're far more technical, but above all, they're far more expensive. These are the modern day alternative to your family SUV, but there are only 6 manufacturers who produce pickup trucks. They are namely the ones you've probably already heard of, the Ford Ranger, for example. You've then got the Nissan Navara, you've got the Toyota Hilux, the lesser known KGM Musso, and finally you've got the Volkswagen Amarok, or is it the Volkswagen Ranger? I'll leave you to think about that one. But the one that stands out the most for its reliability since it was launched back in 2002 is the Isuzu D-Max. Entry-level Isuzu D-Maxes start from just under £26,000. That's for a single cab, 2-wheel drive version, and it's known as the Utility. Jumping up there in the trim level range, you'll go into the DL20. There's then a DL40 and then a V-Cross, which is what we are testing here this week. Top of the range is known as the Arctic AT35. Fantastic all-round off-roader that you will just love, but it will cost you from 56,000 UK pounds. There's 8 colours available, but that will also depend on what trim level you go for. There's single cab, there's double cab, and there's extended cab, so there's plenty of choices. We've got the V-Cross here today. It starts at around £36,000. Let's see what you get for your money. On the outside, D-Maxes get some rugged gunmetal side steps. Plus, there's a decent set of 18-inch alloys. And at the front, you'll get LED headlights and LED running lights. They also come with an auto leveling system that's built in. There's some handy foldy-inny mirrors that heat up in the winter. There's front and rear parking sensors, plus a very handy reverse camera for when you're parking your D-Max. Inside the D-Max V-Cross, you get full leather upholstery, both in the front and in the rear for the passengers. There's heated front seats, plus an 8-way electrically adjustable driver's seat with a power lumbar support. Keyless entry and keyless ignition is standard, so is dual zone air climate control. Just in front of the driver's steering wheel is a 4.2-inch digital cluster display. Plus, there's an auto-dimming rear view mirror. In the centre, there's a 9-inch TFT touchscreen which incorporates a DAB radio. Bluetooth connectivity comes as standard, so does Android Auto and not forgetting Apple Play. Plus, there's an 8-speaker surround sound system. And in the rear you'll find a USB port and a USB port in the front to charge your phone from. Whichever trim level you opt for with your dmax, there is only one engine option available. It's a 1.9 litre diesel 4-cylinder unit that develops around 162 brake horsepower. It will enable this truck to pull up to 3.5 tonnes with a payload of 1 tonne on the back. Simultaneously, there is only one other truck that can do that at the same time, and that's the KGM. Trucks available with either a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed auto gearbox, whichever choice you want. On top of that, I'm going to mention the weight of the car for a reason, 2,040 kilos, which brings it in under the category, I'll get my words out in a minute, of light commercial use and van usage. So that basically means this is classed as a passenger vehicle. And you're probably wondering why I'm mentioning this, because aren't all the others? No, they're not. They're actually heavier and they're classed as vans and commercial trucks. This one isn't. But what that means is here in the UK, this can do national speed limits, passenger car speed limits. The others can't. They have to be 10 miles an hour lower on dual carriageways and single carriageways. So this might not have as much power as the others and might take a little bit longer to get to speed as the others. But it'll get you wherever you're going a lot quicker than the others. The dmax gets a lockable rear diff as standard. However, the entry-level model doesn't come with that, so just bear that in mind. If you want to get a bit serious off-road though, then why not give the Arctic AT35 range topper a test drive, because that is just simply stunning. All dmaxes will have a wade depth of up to 800 millimeters, so this car, no matter what trim level you go for, is pretty serious when it comes to getting off-road. Round at the back, I think the dmax really says it all. It's big, it's chunky. You just feel you're driving something substantial when you're in one of these. What you will notice with the difference in the payload area, that's going to depend whether you have single cab, double cab or the extended cab version of this as to how much payload area you've got. But either way, what I can guarantee you is you get a full length pallet. The long way will go between the wheel arches in here. Let's take a look inside. First up, I just want you to see how nice this comes down. So you've got your tailgate there, look at it, it's nicely dampened down there. It's really super strong. You've got a lovely finish on the inside as well. It's got a protective coating on the inside. A couple of cup holders here. Of course, you've got to have your cup there, haven't you? You've got to sit on the back with your mug of tea. I love it. This particular vehicle has been fitted with the mountain top rollback. It's very easy to use this. It's an extra, but it's well worth getting it, trust me. Pull it to the right and just let the shutter do the work itself. No electronics like that at all. This is what I do love though. If you shut this back up, it's got some steps here. You can just step straight up into the actual payload area itself. And you've got to love a pickup, haven't you? I mean, I could just sit up in here and enjoy it. There's plenty of room. It's lovely and clean. It's all sealed up as well. Simply the business, this. If you've never had the opportunity to drive a pickup truck, go and give one a try, especially the dmax from Isuzu, because I think you're just going to be so surprised how much fun these are to drive and how comfortable and how refined they are now. This particular model is absolutely beautiful. This is the V-Cross. I know I've mentioned it a few times. It's not much different to the entry level. It's got a few extra bits and pieces on it, but the double cab version I really think makes a huge difference to this vehicle when you're driving it empty, because driving pickup trucks empty, you do feel a little bit of bounce, because they are designed at the end of the day to have a payload on the back, albeit up to a ton, but nonetheless a payload in the back settles this car down nicely. But I've found it is super comfortable. It is super quiet. That 2.9 litre diesel engine is hardly, but it just purrs along. Economy wise, it pretty much matches up to the range of the Hilux and the KGM. So we're currently getting about 26 to 28 urban, running around, you know. So I think on a run you're going to be easily getting over 30s to the gallon, which I think is pretty good for a 2.9 litre diesel engine pulling well over 2 tonnes here. But like I say, it matches up to those that I just mentioned. One thing I do love is having the capability of all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive with this particular car. The actual setup is down here. It's very simple to use. It's just a click of the knob down there. You can go into, but you currently, the main time you drive these cars is in two-wheel high drive. So you only need two wheels driving you on normal conditions. You can go into four-wheel high as well. So if the road gets a little bit wet and slippery, or you get a big snowfall or something like that, you go into four-wheel high, and that will give you the capability to drive normally pretty much. And then finally you've got the four-wheel drive low, which is if you are going to get off-road in this car, then that's where you're going to get into that. All of the dmaxes, as I said earlier, come with a diff lock apart from your entry-level utility. Need to mention that once again. Another thing this car gets that I was highly impressed with, and I know I keep calling it a car, I know it's a pickup truck, but it feels like a car to drive. I'm highly impressed with the warranty. You get a 5-year or 125,000 mile warranty with this vehicle, we'll call it. You also get 5 years roadside assistance. That's far better than the Ranger and the Hilux, trust me. So it's nailing it when it comes to that. You've got an NCAP 5-star rating with this as well. So if you are looking for this as a family orientated vehicle, it just literally ticks all the boxes in those departments. All round though, lovely car to drive. It's smooth, as I say, it's quiet. You've got these lovely big mirrors. All round peripheral vision is fantastic. I'm just loving driving around in the Isuzu D-Max. I don't really want to get out or give it back, to be honest with you. Suggest you get down and give one a test drive. So there you have it, guys, the Isuzu D-Max V-Cross. What did I think of it? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I think if it was me buying one of these, I mean, I'd love any one of the trim levels, but I think I'd go for the DL40. It's 2 up from your entry-level car. Comes in at around £35,000, which I think is amazing value for money. The V-Cross is fantastic. It's got a few extra bits and pieces on it, but I think I'd be quite happy with the DL40. At the end of the day, the choice is yours, and the proof is in the pudding, because you need to get down and give one of these a test drive and see what you think of it. Because I can wax lyrical about these, you know, these pickup trucks and say how good they are, but at the end of the day, you get in it and drive it, you might not agree with me. So get down and give one a test drive. Isuzu are nailing it with the D-Max. It is an absolute amazing bit of kit. I don't think you can go wrong. Price-wise, versatility, comfort-wise, it's got absolutely everything. Now, before you go spending your money on any of these, if you are a polar bear loving, tree hugging person of eco-friendliness, then hold your buying horses until 2025, because apparently, and it's only word on the grapevine, Isuzu are bringing out an all-electric version of this. I'll keep you updated on that one. Guys, you've been watching me, AJ, on the Player YouTube channel. Don't forget, like, subscribe and comment. There's a comment box down there, and it is down there for a reason, because if you've got any questions about this, if you've bought one of these and you want to let us know what you think of it, or you think I've missed something out during the review of this, then put it in the comment box and we'll start a conversation about the Isuzu D-Max. That's the best way of putting it. There's a subscribe button down there as well, because you saw at the beginning of this video, we don't just do car reviews, we do loads of other stuff as well. So if you're interested in what we do, or you just happen to want to see what's coming up next, then, you know, subscribe and leave the bell sign unchecked, because you get regular little updates, little pings and sounds and things to let you know that we've just put up another review, or, you know, wherever we've been or whatever we've been doing. One thing I'm going to ask you, just slightly in return, would you mind giving us a thumbs up, guys? Seriously, we don't get a pay rise, don't get any, you know, any bonus or anything like that, but there's quite a big crew that work on all these reviews, and when you thumbs up, it means you like what we're actually doing, and that gets back to the boss and the sponsors, and they in turn go, you know, AJ and crew, you're doing a good job, keep doing it. And you know, so give us a thumbs up. But in return, I'm going to give you something back, something really worthwhile, so worthwhile you're going to be thankful you actually gave us a thumbs up. Because we're not just a YouTube channel. We are part of a much bigger organisation. We're part of The Player. Now, The Player is a bookazine for guys. It's a lifestyle men's publication. It's a book and it comes out every quarter. It's absolutely amazing. 220 pages. Hang on, I'm going to hold one up so you can have a look at it. There you go, I'm holding it up now. That's the player book. Now, can't give you the actual physical book because they cost 100 quid each. Yeah, 100 quid each. I mean, if you want to spend 100 quid on a book, absolutely fine. Head over to the website and buy yourself one. But if you want the free version, the absolutely no charge version online, exactly the same, it's no difference whatsoever, then head over to www.theplayer.co.uk. It's coming up here now somewhere. The editor will put it in down there and you can leave it up for a few seconds, Eds, so that he can, you know, whoever's watching will know where to go. Head over there. All I need is your name and your email. Don't want to know your inside leg measurement, how many dogs you got, who you're currently sleeping with. Not interested, just your name and your email. Put that in there. You've got 220 pages of everything us guys love. You've got cars, you've got boats, you've got motorcycles, you've got quad bikes, you've got golf, you've got interviews, you've got food, you've got holidays, you've got sport. I could just keep going on and on and on, as you can probably gather. It's an amazing bit of kit. It's yours for free, online only. Get over there, help yourself to it. I'm going to catch you next week with hopefully something as interesting and fun to play with as the Isuzu dmax. I'll catch you next week, guys. This is AJ signing out.